Hello, welcome to Book Buzz, brought to you by the Peters Township Public Library. I am Miss Shannon.
And I'm Miss Linda, and we're here to bring you all the December activities from the Youth Services Department.
It's going to be a busy month, as usual. This is my favorite time, though. I love all these. These are the fun things.
These are the fun things, yeah.
And
everybody seems like in a good mood, not totally stressed yet. Yet. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun things going on. But, of course, now we are going to start with
Book Buzz Bits.
Oh, that was good. That was fast. Were you practicing?
I do.
I know you do.
The whole way here, I do.
Well, you know what? Since we're doing December, now obviously we are
decked out.
I was going to say pretty lit.
Oh, that is like a term now.
What, lit?
Yeah.
Lit meaning drinking, though.
Oh,
lit.
Is that what it means?
I don't know.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about that then. I don't know.
What's in your bottle?
Niagara purified drinking water.
Whatever was that. Okay, I'm going to quickly, here, we'll just decorate ourselves with these beautiful, there we go, holiday bows. This one has seen better days. But
yeah, obviously didn't stick your bubble wrap in it like Miss Patty does to preserve her bows.
I did not. I save gift bags, but I don't do the bows like this. But. Okay, so today's Book Buzz Bits. I couldn't decide, but, well, my second one is, all right, I'm going to do this one, only because it's timely. Recently, sadly, there was a huge flood, lots of rain in Venice, Italy. They're used to all of the waters, of course, with all the canals. And the businesses are built to know that some days, or at some points are going to get more water. This was like a record high. I mean, the water was rushing into all of the stores. And this one came in on November 15th. Venice floods, world's most beautiful bookshop is underwater. The near record high tide that has devastated Venice has proved too much even for a bookshop famed for its ever-ready approach to flooding. This is what I found really interesting, because they are prepared there, it's kind of like prepared for the elements. Owners of the Acqua Alta bookshop, considered by many as the most beautiful bookstore in the world, say that they have lost hundreds of books to this week's devastating floods. I'm going to show you these pictures in a minute. The legendary bookshop, whose name in English means high water, is celebrated for protecting its books by, and this is what they normally do, to protect them from, any event of high water. They store them in baths, floating tubs, and notably a full-size gondola, or gondola, however you want to say it. However, even this was not enough to save its precious books from the havoc caused across Venice by a tide which, at its peak, reached a height of 187 centimeters, the second highest since records began in 1923.
Wow.
We call ourselves Acqua Alta. We expect high water, but not this high. One of the independent bookshop's co-owners, Diana, told the online literary publication Librarioma, I guess. Opened in 2004, this bookshop by owner Luigi Frizzi. The bookshop is located near Piazza S. Marco, and the floods have led the Italian government to declare a state of emergency in Venice, which has been brought to its knees, according to the city's mayor. Wow. Now, I don't know how where we're going to be able to see this, but if you can, I don't know, get in close, you can just see
all the books
and all of the damage.
They're all like ripped apart and stuff.
Can you imagine? I mean, water and fire, but here you can see
the big gondola they had of them.
Yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah, isn't that cool? That it holds the books. So imagine that those aren't safe,
right?
With the kind of water that they received.
Wow.
So I don't know. I guess I did it as a shout out that, you know, we're in that book industry, you know, we're not,
Right.
you know, I just, you know, pray for all of those people that, you know, have lost things in all of those floodwaters. There were some pretty dramatic looking pictures. So sorry, you know, for the bookshop losses. Very sad, but
Very sad.
keep everybody in our prayers. And that is my story. And be thankful, you know,
Yes,
be thankful for hopefully no lives lost and books can be replaced.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on from that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit on the heavy side.
That's
a little
okay.
somber side. But
it's life, and
Yep,
it's
and it
something that's
just
happening.
happened.
It's current events. So moving on
Yes,
a light,
this is a
extremely
fun
much
one.
lighter note, we are once again having our annual Elf on the Shelf visit. I think we've been doing this for, I want to say, at least 5 years. That sounds pretty right to me. It's been a while. We've been having the Elf. That started to come now. You know, the lady who wrote the Elf on the Shelf books, I admire her. I am jealous of her because she hit a gold mine with this Elf on the Shelf.
Right, I know, and I think we talk about this every year because we go,
well,
why didn't we think of that?
Every year more stuff is made for these elves. Like if you go into any card store or any department store, they have clothes, and now they have these elf pets, which they started a couple years ago. So last year we talked about the elf pets, the St. Bernard tradition, and in this story, which is like a sequel of the Elf on the Shelf, this is the St. Bernard one. So these dogs are sent to the children's houses, and unlike the elf, they are allowed to be touched and handled and loved. They are there to love the children, and they carry these little barrels on them, and the barrels fill up with all your kind acts, and then the dog sits on your windowsill on Christmas Eve, and the barrel opens up, and the kind acts help to fly Santa's sleigh. So that is the elf pets, the St. Bernard tradition. We have both the book, the dog, and the movie at my house and at the library as well. Not the dog. We gave the dog away last year but for the So this year at our Elf on the Shelf event, we are going to be talking about the elf pets and Arctic fox tradition.
Of course.
So now there's the Arctic fox. So there was the St. Bernard. There is also a reindeer. And now we have this Arctic fox that can also live with you, and her job is, so the same thing, just like the dogs, you are allowed to touch the Arctic fox.
Aww.
And what's special about her is she has this very long, soft tail, and she uses that tail to dust snow onto your roof so Santa can find your house, and also
So cute.
she does something to help light the northern lights. We will learn about that when we read the book at our Elf on the Shelf event on December 5th. So we're going to have that. We will be giving away this fox, so some lucky child will get a chance to take our elf pet fox home. The book will be you can check out at the library, our Arctic fox book. Look how cute. So there's, there's something about her medallion too and how it's magical. I don't know. We've watched the movie twice at my house, but I still apparently
didn't catch
the point.
Okay.
I haven't watched it.
That's okay.
I shouldn't say I've watched it.
Yeah.
Lucas has watched it.
But I know how it is.
Super
like
cute.
when you're watching things, sometimes you're multitasking and don't quite catch.
Exactly. But we'll be talking about that on December 5th. And then after that, the elf will officially have arrived to the library, and every day from then until right before Christmas, you can come to the library and find the elf, and the elf that comes to the library is always well read, and you will find him or her reading a book every day. If you write down what book that elf is reading, you have a chance to win a basket, which will include our little fox friend with her magical bushy tail.
Cool. I like it. All righty.
Yeah. So
well, you had a lot to say on that one. I don't have as much to say on our next program.
The Elf on the Shelf's a big deal, Miss Linda.
I know. This is true. Tween Maker Monday, but I do want to point out something that's been really cool. Since we've been working with the Titanium Titan group, they have run some different, robot kind of programs at the library. They have been sending me a couple of their high school volunteers to help out with the Tween Maker Mondays. I've asked them to,
awesome, yeah.
because we can come up with all of these really fun activities, but these kids really know how to work it, and how to do it. Now, the Maker Mondays are meant to be self-guided, where you go in and, we're not here to teach you how to do it. You're here to play with it and see what you can come up with. But having somebody that knows that kind of stuff there is really helpful. So we will, as long as they can, and there's no competitions or whatever, they will be there. So for the Tween Maker Monday, December 2nd, it's a Monday, 4:00 p.m., so it's right after school. This month we're doing like marble mazes.
I love marble mazes.
Yeah, so they're going to be building things and playing with the marbles and stuff.
Cool.
Which that one I could say I could do. That's a lot of fun. But we've been getting a great turnout of kids.
It has been. It's been really kicked off this year.
It has really been fun. So I hope to see all the kids. They've been walking over from McMurray in the middle school, come over and play marbles.
Very cool.
And I always have a treat.
Yes, well, that's
feed them and they will come.
Crucial.
As we know.
But it's fun when we are able to have the teen volunteers, because I feel like that those tweens really just admire the teens so much, and it's just like they seem just so cool. Like all teenagers are cool to them.
Yeah, they don't want to hang with. They probably want to hang with me or us, but
obviously,
but they just.
It's cool.
We'll
though.
give them the benefit of
and
the
it's
doubt
cool,
and let
something
them
they
hang
can
with
look
their
up to.
peers.
That they can do when they're in high school.
And you know what? The Titanium Titan kids are really cool. They're brilliant, and they're so. They've been a lot of fun for us. So, okay, that's my Tween Maker Monday.
Awesome. Well, speaking of teens, we have our group of teen volunteers that comes to our Teen Advisory Board, our TAB board, that help plan and run all of our teen programs. This is a great way to get volunteer opportunities. In December, we're really going to be utilizing them because we have a free gift wrapping that we're offering in the middle of the month. So we have that going on December 7th. It's always the first Saturday of the month. And then immediately, that's at 11, and immediately following that, we're doing a new book club twist. Instead of like everybody's reading the same book, we're just going to kind of hang out, have a pizza, and talk about what we're reading and kind of recommend books to your peers. Because again, the books that maybe we recommend to you might not be you might not think this is cool because, what do we know, right? We're old.
Yeah. I don't care the age so much. I feel like it's just
the
a number.
The teens are starting to look at me
lot.
like I'm old now.
Really? Oh God. No.
Yeah.
I think I'm their grandmother.
So,
okay.
It is what it is.
That
So we're
sounds
having
fun,
our
though.
What Are We Reading program where you can kind of recommend books to your peers and get some ideas of books to read over Christmas break, because that will be approaching not long after that. So
yeah,
that will be the same Saturday the 7th, immediately following the Teen Advisory Board. So come to both. Come get some volunteer hours, then stay, have a pizza, chat with your friends.
Somebody did say pizza.
Right.
So.
And, I'll be good. So December 7th.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy,
so
she's gonna make a mess.
Yeah.
She's got pipe cleaners and beads.
I do, and then
boy, you making a candy cane?
Well, if we're gonna do family ornament and card night, where you can make cards for veterans, we're hoping we're gonna send those off. Here are some pipe cleaners if you want.
I still have a dozen pipe cleaner candy canes.
But for the ornaments, we usually make like 3 different ornaments. This isn't necessarily one that I'm making, but I do have the materials for. I don't have it all quite nailed down yet, but this is really good for you. So remember how you used to make candy canes like this?
That's what I was just saying. My mom probably still has
a
dozen of these
on
the tree.
Or you can mix them up and maybe make different shapes. Maybe make like a heart.
I'm not that. No, I think it's going to have to be a candy cane. This is a really big one, though.
Really big candy cane?
Well, it's a long pipe cleaner.
Yeah. Well, cut it. But I don't have any scissors. Okay, so that's an example. How about this one? But I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing this one either.
These are ideas you can take with you. This is like, when they do their little moments of cooking on TV.
Yeah.
So here you go. Here's your idea.
See, now I thought this would be
pipe cleaners.
Yeah.
This is really good also for the little ones, because it is really good fine motors, especially if you choose these pony beads that have the bigger openings on them. They're easier for like the preschooler to manipulate. Which is, while you're doing this, I will tell you. So when Lucas went to, I think it was his 3-year-old, that might be it, maybe even 2.5, I don't remember, doctor's appointment. Like I had to fill out this extensive like papers on like his development.
Sure.
And like they were questions that I don't know. We never have tried that. And it was like, can he string beads? I'm like, I don't know. And so he like didn't do well because I didn't have an answer for them. So that day I'm like, all right, well Mommy's going to work. We're bringing home some
going
beads.
like,
We're gonna be stringing these beads.
Yeah, Mommy, start stringing, baby.
I didn't know that was something that I need to be worried about at the time.
We could do.
Oh, now that's beautiful. And you can fill it with something.
Yeah. I almost brought, the ornaments. I'm not going to say what they were that we made yesterday, but I liked the ornaments that we made yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do it like this.
Glitter,
we can put
paint.
like glitter, or I've done it, with the paint inside.
Beads in it even.
Oh, yep. There's so many options, but this is just to entace you because we are going to be making family ornament night Monday, December 9th at 6:30 p.m. The tables will be set up, and like I said, usually make about 3 different ornaments. Everybody gets to take them home. And we'll keep working on our ornaments, and you will be surprised that night of what we decide to make.
This is what you're getting for Christmas, thank you.
I'm getting that.
This is what you're getting.
Well, I'm giving you this, and at least it has bling on it.
It kind of looks like a Captain Hook hook.
I kind of like it just like this with the bling. Yours looks like Captain Hook. Yeah. That is really long.
I guess maybe it should be like half that size. Like you should probably cut them.
Yeah. But half would be really little.
You think?
Let me see. I don't know.
It's been multiple decades since I've had a candy cane.
That's what would look like with half.
Yeah, I think that's more reasonable.
All right.
So now we know.
All right, now we know. Okay. Well,
but I could make
if we were gonna make them, now we have it figured out what we're gonna do.
Even better.
Okay.
Well, I made you a bracelet instead.
Did you?
Yep.
It's lovely.
And it matches all your Christmas things.
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm wearing it immediately.
Thank you.
Here, I made you an earring.
You really worked hard too, sticking these 2 stickers on this ball. I strung like at least a dozen beads on there.
I went all out. At least yours has bling on it. So
it's shiny.
There's your earring.
Okay, well we'll put it in the box.
All right.
So
nice. Moving on.
Okay.
Tween
Book Club.
To the Tween Book Club. Short and sweet. We're going to be finishing up, wrapping up Who Is the Story of My Life. The kids have been reading the Who Is books. It was such a fun discussion last time at the last one, and we'll finish up the Who Is books. We will finish or talk more about journaling and do some more, and then next month, starting in January, moving on to different books.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
That's great.
And that is, what did I say, Monday the 9th at 4 o'clock.
Yep. So again, kids that go to McMurray can walk over.
Yep.
And I did, this is a good point. I had last time whenever I think I did a Maker Monday for you, I had a mom that like kind of was peeking in because her child, was walking over from McMurray for the first time, and they want to make sure she got there. So, let your kids know if they don't have their own phones yet, that they can just come up to us at the children's desk, and they are more than welcome to use the library phone to call you and let you know they made it.
Right.
As long as they know your number.
Right.
So there's that.
That's
true. But, if you're nervous about having them walk over after school, you can always, let them just tell them, when you get to the library, go see the librarian, ask if you can use the phone. And that's perfectly fine.
Absolutely.
So, if that
Safety
helps.
first.
Of course.
Okay.
Alrighty, and then moving on. So we're talking a lot about tweens. This is also a tween and teen thing. We're going to be gearing it towards I think 5th through 12th grade, whoever is interested. We are doing, so nationally there is this Hour of Code initiative. It's always this, I believe, the second week of December, where they're trying to really incorporate coding into all ages, really. So we've adopted that, and we're going to use how coding impacts the game Minecraft. So we're going to have Hour of Code featuring Minecraft on December 12th at 3:30. So again, walk over after school, go see Miss Sydney, and learn about Minecraft and coding.
That's cool.
That'll be fun.
Always something
Yep.
with the coding and all
And
that.
then the same day, that evening, you can go to the Night with WQED.
In case that wasn't enough for that day.
Right.
We have like
I know.
2 things a day
I
on
know.
all of these.
Well,
Yeah.
they're geared towards different ages.
Yeah, they are.
But yes, we
But
do.
that
We're like,
means
if we're there,
busy.
we're doing everything.
That's right. Might as well.
So we're gonna have, and I'm not doing any of these because I'll be on vacation. So Miss Sydney's gonna be doing all this stuff.
whatever.
So we have our Night with WQED, and then we're featuring Nature Cat this year. They're launching a new holiday special, Nature Cat, a Nature Carol,
Okay.
which I think is so cute.
That's cute.
So a little twist on a Christmas Carol, perhaps. And we'll have all kinds of really fun nature activities. And that'll be on the 12th at 6:30. So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, I think we gave everybody the best Christmas gift recently.
I'm excited about what you're about to say.
Yep. I'm
'Cause
so
I agree with
excited
you.
that I'm so excited about this Christmas gift. I brought samples.
Okay.
My samples of the DVD, this one I'm saving. Some samples of some Christmas DVDs, and the reason being is, yes, we changed our loan period on the DVDs to 2 weeks in the children's department.
Yes, juvenile DVDs
Yep,
only.
juvenile DVDs only will now be checked out for 2 weeks, which actually is a really big deal.
Yes.
Because that is where, you see, I even sent her that. That is where most of the people, we check out so many children's DVDs, and I know that becomes, an issue for families, getting them back on time and everything. So in order to help out families and keep them coming back on time and not fretting, having overdue DVDs, we've extended it to 2 weeks permanently. So having said that, I brought a couple of my favorites. Charlie Brown Christmas, who doesn't love it, with the
Classic.
sweet classic. I know, I brought the classics, but they're so sentimental. But what I love about this next one is it has all the really fun Christmas classics, like Who Doesn't Love Rudolph?
I have a big love for Rudolph.
Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Oh, I also like this too, The Little Drummer Boy. Did you ever watch that with the Little Drummer Boy?
Yeah, I have watched it last year, and I don't know.
You didn't like it?
I do, but it's like some of the villains in it are real creepy looking. Like in hindsight now, because I like Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey more.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. So this has all kinds of fun, but as we have been putting them out, we have hundreds of holiday DVDs.
So get your holiday binge
get 'em.
ready,
When I take these back today, they're going right back on the shelf, so come in and check them out.
We have a lot of holiday movies.
We do,
because-
and books.
Yes, we do. So pile up.
Yes.
We do not limit them.
We
Take as
do.
many as you would like. You get them
Yep.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can just binge
Wow.
your holiday,
Even with the holiday ones, wow, that'll be interesting.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. All right, do you have any books?
I do. So speaking of the holidays, I decided to bring, we did not have the actual copy of the book in, so I just brought the audio book. But this is by Jay Asher. He's most famous for writing the 13 Reasons Why book, which most people know the premises of that story from both the book and the Netflix special. This is a totally different story, much happier result. And I decided to bring this because it's called What Light, and is about a girl who her family lives on a Christmas tree farm. So she lives on a Christmas tree farm in Oregon. It's a perfect setting for a girl to grow up in every year. But what happens is, so she actually has a split life because she lives on a Christmas tree farm in Oregon, but then their Christmas tree lot where they sell their trees is actually in California. So she has friend groups and a life in Oregon, and she also has friend groups and a life in California, and now that is all going to clash. And of course, Caleb, the not so perfect guy from years ago, decides to make a reappearance in Sierra's life. So cute little holiday romance for you, What Light by Jay Asher. So again, and little trivia for you, what pop culture celebrity also grew up on a Christmas tree farm right here in the state of Pennsylvania?
What pop culture?
What pop culture icon
Okay.
grew up on a Christmas tree farm in
I heard
Pennsylvania?
somebody whisper it. Was that whisper correct?
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Taylor Swift grew up on a
Yay,
Christmas tree
Robin
farm
just
in
got it.
Pennsylvania. That's I really don't know much good pop culture icon trivia, period. But if it's about Taylor, I most likely do.
That's so funny. Look at you
so
back
when
there.
I think about What Light and this character growing up at Christmas tree farm, I can't not help but think about our friend Taylor Swift.
That's excellent.
Well, my imaginary friend. In my mind, we are very good friends.
Oh, I'm sure that you are. Okay, in your mind. Well, talking about Christmas trees, what about
this
this
is my
one, The
favorite
House Without a Christmas Tree?
Okay, so that is actually one of my favorite stories of all time. Did you know that?
Yes.
My 6th grade teacher
I
read
think
that
we
out
talked about
loud
it.
to me, and
Yeah.
I have read it almost every single Christmas since, and I have the movie as well.
Yeah. Well, this is one of my favorites as well, and why I grabbed it. I mean, look at the condition of it.
Yeah, we've
I
had
had
one for
I had the girls' book club back then read this, before we became Tween. And it was hard to find copies of it. So like this one was, this is probably an old one that I was able to find so that we had enough for the book group to read. Addie longed for a Christmas tree. Too bad she didn't know Taylor Swift back then that had trees. But every year her dad refused to buy one, never giving a good reason why. Just when Addie had given up hope, something truly extraordinary happened. It changed her relationship with her father and helped her reach out to others in the true spirit of Christmas. We'd never talked to each other about what had happened to us that Christmas, and I won't pretend that it solved everything between my father and me. We continued to do enthusiastic battle, but after that, each of us knew that there was a person somewhere behind the defenses on the other side, and we never forgot it. And that was a quote by Addie, Addie Mills, the main character. So yes, it is a
really
great
classic.
very fast read. You could probably sit down and
It's a good one to read
Definitely.
aloud at home too. Like at bedtime, you can read it aloud
Yeah.
with all your kids. And again, my 6th grade teacher read it to me, and
it's good.
been a couple years, and that has really stood out.
Yep. Yeah, I know, and I feel like every year I probably bring it up and talk about it, but I feel the same way about it. Like I
Such a good
search
story.
it out and say, one of the many, many, many Christmas books that we have.
It's a good one.
You have about, 20
like it.
seconds to, you have one more real quick read?
No, go ahead. Yours are probably quicker than
Well, I brought, I don't want them to fall on the floor. Oh, all right, I'll do one real
mine.
quick.
I like that one.
This is one of my favorite picture books because I love the story, Yes, Virginia, There is a Santa Claus, based on a true story of a little girl writing a letter to the newspaper asking if there was indeed a Santa Claus. And they made it into a picture book.
And an animated short
Adorable,
film on.
yeah. That it was it's
so
just such a sweet, tastefully done story that really leaves you and the child guessing and thinking with no spoiler alerts. You know, it's real
It's a good
sweet.
one.
So on that,
Yep.
we will say goodbye till our next holiday book buzz.
Yep.
On Thursday.